Alright, people, welcome back to Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow.
Again.
Well, yeah, we're back again. And again.
And again.
Good old Skype.
It's a wonderful thing. We got, what, 2 minutes into the recording and the call dropped?
Well, better than 22 minutes.
That's true, that's true. Which has happened before, oddly enough.
By the way, there's that Zephyr Soul. Pretty darn
yes.
cool.
Very, very handy. It's basically Dawn of Sorrow's version of Aria of Sorrow's, what was it, the Chrono Mage.
Mm-hmm.
Except not quite as useful.
Yep.
Like, oh so many of the other souls.
Speaking of usefulness, whoever decided to put that switch there.
Yes, very much so.
Brilliant.
It was.
A one-time use only switch to put a hole in a wall that no one other than Soma would probably ever need.
True, and I mean, plus, at that point in the game, you've got the warp room right above, so there's really no reason to use it after you reach it. So it's very, very, very nice.
Yeah. It's one of those little... We should probably put something here to make this room interesting situations.
Well, yeah, we got to have that player interaction. I mean, you know, the imps, the annoying enemy imps and all that. Just it's not enough. We got to have something else. Let's put a giant switch that you can press for no really valid reason other than to press it.
Yeah, and like I said, it's a 20-second shortcut.
Yeah.
Whoop-de-doo.
And we're blocked off there. Nice. Anyway, you were mentioning before something about your 100% run now. You made some kind of progress, I think?
Yes, I finished the map, 100%. And just back to working on souls now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and you only lack, like, what, like 11%, I think it is?
Yeah, I'm like 88.6.
Yeah, nice. Which... what I was talking about when the call dropped is that the Soul Collection, you're going to have to wait for another playthrough on that to actually get all of them, because some of the higher-end weapons that you can synthesize, they require boss souls, and naturally those only drop once per playthrough. So the only way to get the soul and the weapon is to do more than one playthrough with a New Game Plus. Very grindy, very annoying, but I guess it works.
You know, we talked about that a little while ago, and I got thinking, you know, that's such an annoying thing to do. But then at the same time, one of my most favorite games of all time does something very similar. And won't let you can't 100% the game on a first playthrough because they gave the final boss has a drop that you need to actually get into what essentially is a hard mode kind of dungeon in a game that doesn't have hard mode.
Right. What game is this now? It sounds very familiar.
It would be Vagrant Story.
Okay, it has no reason to sound very familiar. I've not played that.
It is a phenomenal game. You have not played it.
PlayStation, right? The original.
PlayStation 1, kind of a action RPG / survival-y kind of game.
Yeah, I know you did a Let's Play of it, like, back in the day. The Let's Play heyday.
Actually, I did one of just normal New Game, and it wasn't very good, so I did a second one of New Game Plus that I think ended up being a little better.
Nice.
Of course, being New Game Plus, I kind of breezed through it.
A little bit of an edge. But you were able to 100% it then, too, see?
100% with the map and the treasure chests. There are 200% stats in that game. Well, I guess 3 technically if you count the bestiary, which I think positive I finished that as well.
Right. Very cool.
Didn't care for some of the other achievements like kill 1,000 enemies using your hands.
Oh yeah, the goofy. It was like the PlayStation's version of an achievement system before that actually became a thing.
Mm-hmm. We could have people try and do this to make our game longer.
Yeah, exactly. Which, I mean, to be honest, that's all achievements and trophies really are.
Yeah.
Most of them are pointless as hell, and it makes... I don't know why people spend so much time working on those.
It's like we talked about. If you don't 100% everything, you're not really a fan of the game.
True. Now, to be honest, a lot of the games... I'll go ahead and try to get everything. But I mean, I don't go out of my way. Mostly what I'll work over and over for is if, say, you get like a certain item or unlock a new mode for completing a really arbitrary task, then I'll go for it. But just to get a trophy, I could do without.
Yeah, give me something.
Yeah, other than a trophy. That's I mean, that's like that's below E-cred, you know. it doesn't count. Sorry.
I'm gonna give you a small icon that will be next to your name throughout the rest of the game. Which by this point you've probably finished and don't ever want to play again.
Of course, and the bigger number you have, of course, you know, the bigger score you have, basically translates into the smaller life that you have. So that's pretty much what that's for.
Yeah, it used to be, you know, you could be impressed when you thought about, man, look at all this. Look what I accomplished.
Yeah, I got the high score on the Pong arcade. Fuck yeah.
And then you get a little older, and then it stops being, look how cool I am, and more like, oh,
look how
God.
much time I have.
Think of everything I could have gotten done had I not chosen to do this.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, another new
Although I will say I saw a news article about like an autistic kid that the Xbox Live, they for whatever reason they accused him of cheating, and they took all of his I guess the Xbox has achievements, yes. And they took all of those away and stripped it and like labeled him a cheater on the Xbox Live Arcade.
What?
And it made national news.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. His mom, I think, was suing or something like that for harassment.
I don't know if she can do that. I mean, I'm sure she could, but I think part of, you know, everything now has a user end license, you know.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm sure part of that, you know, it probably says that the minute you try and log on to Xbox Arcade, here you have to agree to this, blah 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 blah.
Right. It does.
And so, I mean, if it got to the point where they went through all of that, the kid probably was breaking those terms of service.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, the only reason that it gets so much airtime is because the kid's autistic, you know, which, I mean, I feel sorry for the kid, of course, you know, that's no good.
Right.
But, still, you know, that doesn't mean that, you know, Bill Gates should come out and say, well, looks like we fucked up, people. Have your trophies back, son, or your achievements back, son.
Now, I would be interested
That's where
to
the parents should kind of step in and just take control.
Yeah. I would be kind of interested to see just, you know, like, how do you cheat at Xbox Live Arcade?
Yeah. Well, I think it's like more or less like the PlayStation games and the like the old Wii games like Mario Kart. You'd hack it or something, but I'm not really clear on it anyway. But it doesn't really matter. Who gives a damn? Bottom line, I mean, unless you're, pardon the reference here, I guess, but some autistic kid, who really gives a damn?
Yeah.
Or should, anyway.
It just seems...
It's a material world, man, and I am a material girl.
See, I go with the other song choice when that comes up. I'm more of a spirit in a material world.
Yeah.
I'm a Police fan.
Police aren't bad. They got some good numbers out there. Who is their lead singer again? It was
Sting.
Sting, that's right, yeah.
Back when he was...
I blanked out on that.
He almost looked anemic back then.
Yeah.
Ridiculously skinny and no pigmentation at all.
Yeah, well, you know, that was kind of like the 80s thing, though.
And then he became Sting.
Exactly. Also, I have no idea where we're going now. I looked ahead, but I'm not really sure what goal we're actually achieving.
Your guess is as good as mine. I'm not even watching the video.
You're not missing much. You just killed one of those giant, like, snot monsters. So far we're good.
I love Endgame. You just become so ridiculously mobile.
Yeah. Yeah, that Black Panther soul, we mentioned that last video, but it is just incredibly useful. And not to mention, if you get some to a high enough level and you really boost your stats, you can basically just plow through 99% of the enemies.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah. I guess that would be the one saving grace of grinding all the way to level 99, but even that's not not worth it.
Well, I've managed to grind up to level 69 while doing all of this.
That's not bad. Now, the only bad thing about it, though, is I think when you start a New Game Plus, your level doesn't carry over.
That's alright.
That's a bummer.
I'm pretty sure I can low level this without too much trouble.
Oh yeah, plus you're going to have all your high-end weapons as well, so... Just use your Valman Way and your Climb Salai.
Which I did pick up, and I'm a little disappointed with in this game.
Which one, the Valman Way or the Climb?
The Climb.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't boost anything but your attack.
Really?
In Aria, it boosted like every stat except luck.
Yeah.
Maybe even luck. But
well, I know they nerfed it in this game, but I didn't know they took away all the stat boosts as well.
It's, well, I can tell you. My attack without any weapons right now, level 69. My attack without anything is 19.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Equipping that takes it up to 127. That's just the sword.
Yeah.
But it doesn't raise any other stats.
Right, right. Huh. I don't know, they just nerfed way too much, to be honest.